My car is on f***ing fire, man. Oh no. Right now. Oh shit. How old are you, mate? Holy shit! Holy shit! Fuel injectors, do you reckon?
Yeah, top left-hand corner.
Top left-hand corner, wiring.
You're lucky.
Oh my.
We'd have had to have travelled further.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Really?
Just be careful because there's still petrol. There's still petrol
Right.
coming out of that.
Step away.
Okay. I'm back, baby! Yes, that's right, I am finally back in an Audi R8, and as you can see, this car isn't exactly standard. It is very loud and in your face, which I like on a car like this. This isn't a wrap, this is actually a full respray finished in Audi individual glut orange. This car is a manual like my previous car. It's fitted with an F1 valved exhaust, and as you can see by the B-roll, it also has the very nice wingback seats and interior carbon package with B&O sound system. But anyway, in this video, I won't really kind of go into what I've been going through the past 11 months. It's been endless stress with car insurers and cowboy dealerships in order to get my payout. What I'm gonna do is live in the moment, not dwell on the past, for I finally have a manual Audi R8 and I have some serious driving to make up for. Yes, that's right, I am pleased to say I am finally back in an Audi R8 V8. A couple of you guessed when I put it on my Instagram, however some of you thought McLaren because of the little orange teasers I left, but ultimately I cannot begin to explain how good this feels right now. It's been such a long time coming and it has caused me endless stress, endless sleepless nights, and quite frankly a traumatic experience, but none of that matters today because I am behind the wheel at long last of my Audi R8. As I mentioned, it is painted in glut orange, which definitely stands out, and when you look in your mirrors it just looks absolutely incredible. Couple of spec changes from my previous car. We've got the wingback seats which really hug you and are quite comfortable actually. They're also heated. My last car didn't have that. My last car also didn't have B&O sound system and all this carbon. This really enhances the interior and makes you feel like you're driving something incredibly special. But the big elephant in the room is the exhaust. Now on my last one I had a Quicksilver titanium non-valved exhaust, which you probably heard was ludicrously loud. There's no other word to put it. That exhaust was just, it was like a NASCAR. It was chaos all the time. You could never ever shut it up. Now, this Top Gear F1 exhaust is valved, and I have to say, because I've been driving this car for around 3 days, it is perfect. It's the best of both worlds. If I want to, I can close the valves, which I think is that button there. No, it's this one. There we go. And as you can probably hear, it's civilized. I can drive through lovely villages and not anger the Karens that live in them. And it sounds just like stock, but if you're like me, and most of the time you just leave the valves open, it sounds biblical. Let's have it. This car just makes you feel so incredibly special. And that's the reason I had to have another R8. I didn't have very long with my R8. I had it for around 2-3 months and it just kept playing up. It was never performing at its best. So I feel like my time with the R8 platform was never finished. I hadn't itched that scratch. Obviously I was looking at other cars in this kind of price bracket. I was seriously debating an F-Type, a V6S or even a V8R. But my issue is it's a stunning looking car, but it just doesn't have that kind of wow factor. And it's not as rare as an R8. And that's just why I had to have one of these cars, because it just makes you feel so special. And of course the gated manual gearbox complements that so heavily. It's just the best car ever. This means so much to me. I possibly am more excited about this car than was my last one, because my last one was quite spontaneous. Whereas this one, I had time to prepare myself. I knew what I was going into. I'd already driven quite a few of them before this one, so I knew just how good and how special this car was. So I think that excited me in many more ways than my last one. This car also has been remapped. So standard, this car has around 415 brake horsepower, but according to the previous owners from 2 owners ago, on their Facebook page, they say that they have mapped this car to 460 brake horsepower. Now, that probably explains why I feel this car is not a little bit faster, but so much faster than my previous car. It is an absolute rocket ship, and it really does turn your belly, even from the driver's seat. It's such a good... It's such a sense of occasion, and everything about this particular car, the paintwork, the seats, the carbon, the noise, the performance. Looking in the mirror and seeing that active spoiler, everything about it, oh, the way it handles, it is so good. I feel like I've really looked out with this car. It's incredible. It's got all the toys. It's a great spec. Obviously there are a couple of cosmetic things I would like to do to the car, a few modifications, so make sure you stay tuned for that, and then it will be, in my eyes, perfect. But at the minute it doesn't matter, because I am just enjoying the car for exactly what it is, and I couldn't be happier with it. Punch it! Woo! Right then, we are approaching a tunnel, so everyone knows what to do in this situation. Just drop the window a little bit, leave it in second gear. It's coming, it's coming. Jeez! Oh, that sounded incredible. Oh, horses. Let's demonstrate the horses' politeness by closing the valves. Hello. Sorry about what you probably just heard in the tunnel. I'm so sorry. Go sneak tiptoe past the horses, like so. And as you can see, I am also joined behind me by Sean, who is in a very, there's no other word for it, stunning Audi R8 V10 Plus, finished in like a satin blue, which looks absolutely incredible. So the two of us are just out for a drive today, which just makes it all the more fun, doesn't it? What's better than one R8 when you could have two? Well then guys, what an absolute mental day, and it has been a long time coming. I am so happy with my new R8, but it's been so much fun to be joined by Sean following in his V10 Plus. Today has just been absolutely incredible. And how good do these two cars look together? Let me know what you guys think to my new R8 in the comments down below. But anyway guys, that is where I'm going to end today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you all for your support, not only now but all for the past 11 months or so. It really does mean a lot. If you don't want to miss any R8 content, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big fat thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.